Okay, so get this, robovans. Sounds simple enough, like vans, but robots.
Yeah.
But here's where it gets wild. We found 3 different companies, all calling their vehicles robovans, but they're doing it in totally different ways.
Yeah.
It's like everyone's suddenly trying to stake their claim on the future of how stuff's gonna move around, and maybe even people, too.
Yeah, and it's a smart move, going with the catchy name like Robovan. It's memorable, it's right to the point, but it also gets at this bigger thing that's happening, where these companies aren't just building tech, they're building brands. They're fighting for space in a market that doesn't even fully exist yet.
All right, so let's break this down. First up, we've got Tesla. Elon Musk gets up on stage at their big We Robot event, and bam, the Tesla Robovan. This thing is supposed to haul both people and cargo, even bigger than a Model Y. And of course, Musk is presenting it like it's this totally new, never-been-done-before idea.
Well, about that, there's a little company in China, WeRide, and they might have something to say about that whole never-been-done-before thing. See, back in 2021, they rolled out their own Robovan.
Wait, seriously? 3 years before Tesla?
Yep. Now, their version is a little different. They're going for this whole hybrid thing. Think like a robotaxi that can also swing by and drop off your groceries.
Ooh, I like the sound of that. Multitasking robo-rides. Sign me up.
Right. And get this, they've already got a deal with JMC-Ford to build these things. And it's not just talk either. They've got thousands of pre-orders lined up from a major delivery company. So WeRide's definitely onto something here.
Okay, so we've got Tesla going for size and doing it all. WeRide targeting the Chinese market with this hybrid angle. It's like a robo showdown. But then we've got a third player jumping into the ring.
Starship Technologies.
All right.
And they might actually be the ones with the strongest claim in all this.
Those are the folks with those little sidewalk delivery robots, right?
Exactly. Now, picture this, a van, but instead of a driver, it's basically a mothership for all those little robots. It rolls up to a neighborhood, deploys a squad of robo-deliverers, and then moseys on to the next spot. Back in 2017, they actually filed a trademark for the name Robovan for this exact concept.
So while Tesla's busy with their big reveal, Starship's sitting on a trademark, potentially ready to shake things up. That's wild.
It really highlights how much thought is going into every aspect of this tech. It's not just about who builds the best robot, it's about who owns the name, the branding. Because at the end of the day, it's going to be everyday people interacting with these things. So yeah, Starship owning that trademark for Robovan could lead to some pretty interesting legal battles.
It sounds like things could get a little messy.
Yeah.
Especially with a name as catchy as Robovan. Everyone's going to want a piece of it.
Exactly. And I think that speaks to the bigger picture here. This is about more than just one name. It's about how this whole autonomous vehicle thing is exploding. We've got Tesla aiming for this big, splashy, do-it-all approach. WeRide's laser-focused on the delivery game, especially in China, where this tech is taking off like crazy. And then there's Starship, quietly building their little robot empire, starting with this sidewalk bots, and maybe, just maybe, about to shake things up even more with this Robovan thing.
So what's the end game here? Are we going to see one Robovan to rule them all? Or is this more of a case of different bots for different jobs?
Honestly, it's probably going to be a mix of everything. Think about it, those little sidewalk robots are great for short hops around a neighborhood. But for longer hauls, you might need something bigger, like Tesla's Robovan. And then you've got WeRide going after that sweet spot of moving both people and packages.
So what you're saying is, we could be walking down the street one day, and there's going to be this whole parade of robo-vehicles, each doing its own thing.
Absolutely, it's going to be wild. And who knows, maybe Starship Technologies is going to be the one to wrangle them all, with their Robovan mothership leading the charge.
All right, so last question. Let's say you're a betting person. You're putting money down on which Robovan vision is going to win out in the end. Who are you picking?
You know, it's tough to say, but I think there's a good chance we'll see a mix of all these models out in the world. It'll likely depend on the specific needs of a city or a neighborhood. Maybe densely populated urban areas will rely more on those smaller, agile robots for quick deliveries, while larger vans, like Tesla's vision, might be better suited for suburban areas or longer distances. And then there's the whole robotaxi angle, which could shake things up even more.
It's going to be fascinating to see how this all unfolds. Will we be dodging delivery robots on the sidewalk while hailing robotaxis that double as mobile grocery stores? One thing's for sure, with a name like Robovan suddenly everywhere, the future of getting around and getting stuff delivered is about to get a whole lot more interesting.